What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with another video. The 2023 Royal Rumble featured plenty of excitement, including plenty of surprise returns. Join us now as we look at the show's surprise returns and examines what they could be for WWE, as we look at every surprise WWE wrestler return at the Royal Rumble. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out our new channel, Wrestlelamia Shorts. Number 1. Pat McAfee. The Royal Rumble started off with the return of Pat McAfee. The Alamodome went bananas after McAfee posed in the ring before joining Michael Cole and Corey Graves on commentary, much to the chagrin of Corey Graves. Looks like fans can look forward to Pat returning to the announce booth on SmackDown, and the WWE may be building up Pat vs Corey down the road. While Wade Barrett has done an excellent job alongside Michael Cole on SmackDown during Pat's absence, the chemistry between McAfee and Cole is just simply amazing. Number 2. Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano returned after his shoulder injury that's kept him out of action since he reportedly hurt it at the 30th December live event. Gargano continued his rivalry with The Miz before being eliminated by Sheamus. Like many of tonight's returns, the WWE used Gargano's return to further a storyline and make him look competitive against some of the WWE's best performers. Number 3. Booker T. Booker T went from the Royal Rumble pre-show to the Men's Royal Rumble match. This was Booker's first Rumble since 2012 when he competed alongside fellow announcers Michael Cole and Jerry the King Lawler. Fans even got to see a spinneroonie, but Booker's return was short-lived as Gunther eliminated him. This was nothing but pure nostalgia as the WWE delighted fans with Booker's surprise appearance. Booker T looked good enough too that he didn't seem like someone desperate for a fast WWE payday. Number 4. Edge. Edge hasn't been in the WWE since he lost his I Quit match to Finn Balor at October's Extreme Rules match. Edge immediately targeted all 3 members of the Judgment Day with spears before eliminating Damian Priest and Finn Balor. Edge went to eliminate Dominic Mysterio, but Priest and Balor returned, pulling Edge over the top rope and spoiling his return. Edge was unfinished though, and he continued brawling with Damian and Finn on the entranceway. With the Elimination Chamber around the corner, fans could see the next chapter in the Edge vs Judgment Day saga. Whether it happens there or at WrestleMania should become clear on the next edition of Raw. Number 5. Beth Phoenix. While Edge battled Damian Priest and Finn Balor, Rhea Ripley ran in for the save. Unfortunately for the Nightmare, Beth Phoenix returned as well, spearing Ripley before WWE officials ran in to break up the fracas. The Glamazon didn't get much time to dish out some payback to Rhea Ripley for costing Edge's I Quit match at Extreme Rules and delivering a concerto to her. Surprisingly, the WWE didn't have Phoenix in the Rumble, but perhaps that's the best as it will allow her to face Rhea Ripley after the WWE's built up the match more. Phoenix's return was just enough to whet the fans' appetite and keep them tuned into Raw this Monday. Number 6. Logan Paul. Logan Paul returned after the injury he suffered during his epic title match against Roman Reigns at Crown Jewel. The remaining Royal Rumble competitors all ganged up on Paul, but Logan showed resilience, using his speed to stay in the match, despite some big opponents like Gunther and Braun Strowman. The YouTuber turned WWE superstar dazzled the fans as he and Ricochet dared each other. Each man hit an impressive springboard clothesline from opposite ends of the ring, clobbering each other. But that wasn't enough to eliminate Paul as he pulled off a shocking elimination, taking Seth Rollins out of the match and likely setting up a program with the Visionary. Paul showing in the Final Four shows the WWE still has plenty planned for him. Number 7. Cody Rhodes. The long-awaited return of Cody Rhodes took place. Cody entered at number 30 and he had his hands full as the Final Four were himself, Seth freaking Rollins, Logan Paul and Gunther. Seth and Cody battled each other while Gunther and Logan Paul recover from the shellacking they just sustained. Rollins seemed determined not to let Cody spoil his thunder again, and he went after Rhodes with a fury. Rhodes paid homage to his brother Goldust by delivering shattered dreams to Gunther, but that barely slowed down the ring general. Finally, Cody fulfilled his promise, hitting Cross Rhodes and a clothesline to eliminate Gunther and win the Royal Rumble. Cody is back and he's proved he's ready for the World Championship challenge that awaits him at WrestleMania 39. Number 8. Roxanne Perez. A big debut for 21-year-old Roxanne Perez as the NXT Women's Champion made her Royal Rumble debut. It's hard to believe how far Perez has come since entering the WWE, and while she has more years of experience than you might think for someone of her age, she's still a fast learner with a World Championship already under her belt. Although Perez was unable to deal with the 3-on-1 odds against Damage Control, she showed she's someone to keep an eye on in the future Royal Rumbles and the WWE overall. Number 9. Natalya. The Queen of Hearts fought her way through a variety of her competitors as she only wanted one opponent, Shayna Baszler, the one who kayfabe broke her nose. Now, they didn't get the payback she was looking for. In fact, both women were eliminated by damage control while they were focused on fighting each other. Nonetheless, you can count on this feud continuing on SmackDown. Number 10, Zoe Stark. NXT was represented again with former NXT Women's Champion Zoe Stark arriving, as Stark put in a solid showing, managing to hold her own against some stiff competition including Rhea Ripley, Piper Niven, Asuka, Tamina Snuka and Raquel Rodriguez. Stark wasn't the next MVP, but she stood tall until a fresh Sonya Deville entered the match, sending her to the back. Number 11, Piper Niven. The superstar who was saddled with the awful dewdrop name is back as Piper Niven, and she looked dominant, using her strength and size wisely rather than serving as a giant-sized jobber. Niven did well, eliminating 2 opponents, and if her performance tonight isn't any sign of the WWE's confidence in her, not to mention it finally ditched her ridiculous dewdrop name, Piper could help the WWE's desperately depleted women's undercard. Number 12, Chelsea Green. After months of speculation, fans got to see Chelsea Green back in the ring. A rumor has it that Green has been signed for some time and the WWE's been waiting for the right moment to use her. Fans might question whether this is true given Green's performance tonight. Green returned to the Rumble, but she didn't last long, finding herself promptly eliminated by Rhea Ripley. Green's time set a record for the fastest elimination in the Women's Rumble, 5 seconds. This could lead to the rumored character of Chelsea playing a Karen type who complains about anything and everything. It might not have been the most auspicious return, but hopefully it'll lead to something better. Number 13, Michelle McCool. Michelle shocked the fans, going from sitting in the front row with her kids to entering the Royal Rumble match. The 2-time Women's and 2-time Divas champion eliminated Tamina to start things off strongly. Michelle stayed in the match longer than many fans might have expected before Rhea Ripley took her out of the match. Like Booker T, McCool provided the type of nostalgic return that fans enjoyed. Unlike Booker T, she had an appearance that made it look like she could still work a match somewhere down the road against a current superstar. Number 4, Indy Hartwell. NXT continued to represent with another former NXT Women's Champion entering the Women's Rumble. Hartwell put a decent showing, but her performance seemed more like a case of the WWE needing someone to fill a spot in the match and deciding NXT's Hartwell could benefit from the appearance. Despite rumors that they didn't want to use NXT superstars in the Rumble, the Black and Gold brand sent several superstars to the event, a suggestion that the main roster's women's division could still use a few more wrestlers. It's not a bad spot for Hartwell to be in, but it was nothing special, and it might have been better used with the WWE legend. And number 15, Naya Jax. Jax, the first superstar to compete in 2 Rumble matches at once, the men and women's Rumble matches in 2019's event, entered the ring calling out 11 women in the ring. Everyone ganged up on Jax, but she fought them off. Eventually the numbers game caught up on her, as the match's heavy hitters like Raquel Rodriguez and Rhea Ripley softened her up, including Ripley hitting the Riptide on Jax. She was eliminated, but only with a concerted effort from her opponents. Jax wasn't going to win the Rumble, but she certainly changed the balance of power. Her presence gave the match another powerhouse, subtly suggesting the favourites might be in for another unexpected exit. That didn't happen, but Naya's presence was definitely felt by every one of her opponents. But there you have it, folks, every surprise Rumble return and debut. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.